Okay, I guess sort of start with how you got into cricket.
Okay. Grew up in a cricket club. Dad played. This was down at Rugeley. So Dad played initially with Mum doing the tees, and I did the scoring when I was old enough. I then started playing first junior cricket and then into the seniors. My brother started scoring at that point, and then we all ended up playing in the same team together. So it was a family thing, and it's probably in the days when there wasn't much else to do on a Sunday either. Shops weren't open, and so on and so forth. So family day, you'd go out somewhere to the game with a picnic, and yeah, just sort of grew up, and it went from there really.
Yeah. So which of your family is still involved?
My mum still does the teas for us at Penkridge, which is why we're all the size we are. My brother still plays. He's captained the fourth team at Penkridge for the last few years. My son Josh plays, who's sort of coming through the senior teams now and still plays in the under-19s as well. Yeah.
So I guess we should touch on sort of your transition into disability cricket.
Yeah. Obviously, I've played cricket since I was 10, and then about just over 3 years ago, I had my colon removed, left me with a stoma, and it gave me the opportunity to explore going into disability cricket. Was lucky enough to get in touch with the guys at Shropshire who play the D40, so the 40 over hardball version of the cricket. Really enjoyed it. It's helped me as a player, it's helped me as a person. Top class coaches and a really good bunch of guys. The 2 years that I've played, we've lost in the national semi-finals the first year, and we lost in the national final last year. So the hope is one better this year.
It's a pretty good go.
Yeah.
I guess cricket in memory, so it could be a performance of yours or playing with your son, for example.
Yeah, there's a lot really. I think probably my first ever 100 I actually made. My dad used to open the batting, he was away on holiday, so I actually opened the batting that weekend, and I'd never made a score of 50 or more. I actually made 117 not out, and got a phone call from Mum and Dad, who were away at the time, asking how we got on, and didn't actually believe me that I'd made 100 until he got little things like that. But my first ever senior appearance, I was scorer, and I was called out of the score box because our opening bowler and captain's wife went into labour, so I ended up fielding then. So that was my first ever senior appearance for Rugeley. And little things like that. When Josh played his first ever Birmingham League game, or rather got his first ever Birmingham League wicket, I took the catch, so that was quite a nice moment for us both. Lots of things like that, good team performances. We had a great team at Rugeley for a while where we won leagues and cups, winning one of the Birmingham League divisions with Penkridge a few years ago, again with another great, really good team. And then the transition into disability cricket, where that's been really enjoyable as well.
I think you touched on it a bit there, but why is it sort of cricket you pulled to play?
I don't know, I partly with the growing up at the club. I played some football as well for years, and I still play a bit of golf as well, but I think cricket it's a very social game. It can involve the whole family. You've got the children can come, partners. Every cricket club I've ever played at's been very open and welcoming, very social game to play. Made some lifelong friends, and I wouldn't have swapped my experiences for anything that I've had on a cricket pitch.
That's good. Is there anything you want to say, obviously, with your Coloplast, is it?
Yeah, doing a sort of a film for Coloplast recently about sort of being active with a stoma, and you know, we've had the opportunity to sort of display that. They've done a film recently showing us playing a bit of cricket, and I think it's just to really re-emphasise that people can play sport, whatever, you know, and I've been able to get back to playing at the stand before I had my operation. I think it's sort of it's almost like the fear of the unknown when you get to that point. But you do realise that you can actually do it. You probably have to adapt slightly. But the Coloplast have made a sort of film around the fact you can be active with a stoma, for myself particularly. But I think that applies to any sort of disability or issues that you've got. You can play the sport you love or do what you love if you put your mind to it.
You don't have to get too much into it, but obviously it must have been quite and sort of realising the transition back into cricket.
Yeah, I suffered with colitis for about 20 years on and off. Well, I'd had it for 20 years. I'd had a couple of pretty major flare-ups, but probably from about 2013 onwards, I was pretty much going downhill. Didn't play a lot of cricket after that. Couldn't really get on a pitch. I was off work for a lot of the time as well. And so I had my operation in 2015 in July. Was pretty critically ill for a while. And once I got out of hospital, it was almost a bit of a mindset to, I wanted to get back to normality, which was back into getting to work and to try and get back into playing the sports that I'd done, or going to watch football, playing a bit of golf, and cricket was the driving force really that really helped me, to the degree that I was determined at one point that I was going to play again, and that sort of then became, I'm going to play next season, and then I'm going to play the first game of the season. And to the degree that probably in the February before the season started, I was having quite a dip in terms of how I felt I was improving. I'd actually put a chart on the cupboard door at home of how many days I was to the cricket season, just to sort of give myself a kick up the backside, and I was determined to make it, which unfortunately I did in the end. So that was good. We won the first game back that I played, got a few runs, but then for the first couple of months back, it was hard work, because my head was telling me what I wanted to do, but my body couldn't really react to it. So it was frustrating that I couldn't get back to where I wanted to be. And probably halfway through that season, things started to click. Started keeping wicket okay, team, and then I made 100 towards the end of the season, which was actually on what would have been my father's birthday, and he passed away sort of 12 months previously. So that was a very nice moment, and one that was probably quite a release for me. And then the following season, I was lucky enough to play half the season back in the first team, which is a goal I'd set myself. So it's nice to know that I've done it, but it wasn't quite plain sailing at the start of that.
Yeah, I can imagine. Is there anything you want to say sort of for Shropshire or Pencridge?
No, I mean, Pencridge, this year we're back in the staff clubs. The Birmingham League has been sort of redeveloped a little, so we're looking to push some of our junior cricketers forward into the senior teams, particularly into the second team this year. I'm dropping down into the third team to captain the side, which I'm really looking forward to. It should be good fun, it'll be a nice challenge, and there'll be some good young cricketers coming through, which I'm hoping I can help develop as cricketers. It's been an exciting season. It'll be a bit different, but it'll be exciting. And as for Shropshire, we've been lucky enough just to secure our first ever major sponsor for the disability side in Bez Block. So we'll have a new strip for the year. And I said previously that we've been so close to winning a national title. But before I started playing, we've lost in several finals. Lost in the final last year, which was it was only 11 runs in it, and lost in the semi-final the year before. So we're knocking on the door, but we really want to get across the line and win that elusive national title this year.
Yeah. You speak a little about helping sort of youngsters in cricket. Is coaching something you'd look at once you finish playing? Yeah,
I've done some coaching in the past. I did my level 1 badge a number of years ago, and I still do a little bit of coaching. I have sort of managed some of the junior teams in the past, and I do try and work with the wicket keepers specifically if I can. So yeah, I think I probably will have more time to coach when I've perhaps packed in playing. But I think also senior players like myself, it's important that you help the youngsters when they're actually playing as well, just to not to sort of take over for them, but to sort of help them out a little bit in terms of game situations, or perhaps things they can do to improve over the time. And I think that's important, learning while they're playing as well as in the coaching side of things. I do enjoy that side of things, definitely.